The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. You have 1. And that single difference, not luck, not family, not some secret they were born with, is one of the biggest reasons the wealthy keep getting wealthier, while everyone else stays exactly where they are. Think about your own life for a moment. Really think about it. If your income stopped tomorrow, one job lost, one bad month, one illness that keeps you home, how long could you actually survive? For most people, the honest answer is frightening. A few weeks, maybe a couple of months if they have saved carefully. Everything they have depends on one single source of money. And if that source is ever cut, their entire life begins to come apart at the seams. You have felt this, even if you have never said it out loud. That quiet worry in the back of your mind. The knowledge that everything you have built rests on one paycheck, from one job, that could disappear through no fault of your own. The wealthy never live this way. They decided a long time ago that no single person, no single company, and no single bad day would ever have the power to take everything from them. And by the end of this video, you will understand exactly how many income streams you actually need, and the honest, permissible ways to build each one, without a single rupee of interest or anything forbidden. Let me show you the way money really works. Because once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Picture your money as a bucket, and every source of income as a pipe filling it. Most people have exactly one pipe, and so they spend their whole lives trying to make that one pipe just a little bit bigger. They ask for a raise, they work longer hours, they chase a slightly higher salary at a slightly better company. But here is the problem nobody warns you about. No matter how big that single pipe becomes, if someone cuts it, the bucket empties completely. All of it. One pipe is not wealth. One pipe is risk wearing the costume of a paycheck. The rich do something fundamentally different. Instead of pouring all their effort into making one pipe bigger, they add more pipes, and then more. So that if one is ever cut, the others keep the bucket full. That is not just wealth. That is freedom. That is the ability to lie down at night knowing that no boss, no company, no single hardship can ever reach in and take everything you have. So let us walk through the streams, one by one. And I want you to remember something as we go. Every single one of these is honest and permissible. Real ownership, real value, no interest, no gambling, no tricks. Just genuine ways that honest wealth has been built for hundreds of years. Stream 1. Earned income. This is where every single person begins, and there is no shame in it. It is the money you earn from your own work and your own skill. A job, a trade, a craft you have mastered. A skilled builder who can shape a home from nothing. A teacher who fills minds. An engineer who solves what others cannot. This is honest work for honest pay, and it is the foundation everything else is built upon. But you must understand, it's one great weakness. Earned income depends entirely on you showing up. The day you stop working, through illness, through exhaustion, through simply growing old, it stops paying. That is exactly why it can never, ever be your only one. Stream 2. Business profit. This is your first great leap, and it changes everything. Instead of only selling your own hours, you build something that earns even when you are not the one performing every single task. You own a shop, a halal restaurant that feeds your community, a clothing brand, a service company that solves a real problem. Others help you run it. The business creates genuine value for real people, and you earn from what you have built and what you own, not only from the hours your own 2 hands can work. This is the moment your income breaks free from the hard ceiling of your personal time. Stream 3. Rental income. Here, you own something real, and you allow others to use it for a fair fee. A house you rent to a family that needs a home. A shop you lease to a merchant who needs a place to trade. A vehicle or equipment that others pay to use while you own it. You paid for it once, and now it returns to you again and again, month after month, year after year. This is real ownership quietly working on your behalf, a genuine thing, providing genuine use to real people, and paying you for as long as you hold it. Stream 4. Appreciating assets. Some things you own will quietly grow in value, while you do nothing but hold them patiently. Gold, which has held its worth since the beginning of time. Land, which the world only ever makes less of. Property in a place that is rising. You are not trading your time for this at all. You bought something real and valuable, and as the years pass, it simply becomes worth more than what you paid. But hold tightly to one word: real. You own an actual thing of genuine value, not a promise, not a scheme, not a number on a screen that vanishes overnight. Something real. Stream 5. Ownership in honest companies. You can own a share of real businesses and earn from their profits, but only if you do it the right way. And this is where you must be careful, because this is where many people fall into what is forbidden without even realizing it. You avoid any business built on interest, the conventional banks, the lenders who deal in riba. You avoid anything that trades in what is haram, alcohol, gambling, and all the rest. Instead, you become a part owner of honest, permissible companies, businesses that build real things and provide real beneficial services. And when those businesses profit, you share in that profit as a true owner. Understand the difference clearly, because it is everything. This is not lending money for a guaranteed return. That would be interest, and it is forbidden. This is real ownership. You share in the success when it comes, and you share in the risk when it does not. That shared risk is exactly what makes it honest and permissible. Stream 6. Royalties from what you create. This is one of the most beautiful streams of all. You make something valuable one time, and it pays you for years afterward. You write a book that people keep buying. You build a course that teaches a real skill to thousands. You design something useful that people return to again and again. The effort happens once. The reward arrives again and again and again, long after the work itself is finished and forgotten. Here, you are no longer paid for your hours at all. You are paid for the lasting value of the thing you were wise enough to create. Stream 7. Income that scales. This is the final door, and it is the most powerful of them all. It is work that reaches not one person, but thousands, or even millions, at the very same time. A useful app that helps people everywhere. A digital product that sells while you sleep. An online store that never closes its doors. Knowledge and content that reaches and helps people in places you will never visit. Think about it simply. A man who serves one customer earns one time, but a man whose work reaches 1 million people earns 1 million times over for the same effort. When you finally break the link between your effort and the number of people it can reach, your income is no longer limited by time at all. And that is when everything explodes. So, how many do you actually need? Here is the truth that matters far more than the number 7. With one stream, you are only surviving. You are fragile. You are one single bad day away from losing everything you have. With 2 or 3 streams, something profound changes. The fear lifts off your shoulders. If one is cut, you no longer fall. And for the first time in your entire life, you can finally breathe. With 4 or 5, you are no longer merely secure. You are building real, lasting wealth, and the streams begin to feed one another. One funds the next. The snowball begins to roll on its own. And with 6, 7, or more, money now flows to you from every direction at once. Losing any single one would barely be felt. This is what true wealth actually is. Not one big number sitting in one account, but many rivers, all flowing at the same time, so that no single one of them can ever run you dry. But here is what almost nobody will tell you. You do not become wealthy on the day you finally reach 7. You become wealthy on the day you build your second one. Because the first extra stream is the hardest thing you will ever do, and the most important thing you will ever do with money. It is the day you prove to yourself, once and for all, that income can come from somewhere other than your job, that you are not trapped, that the bucket can be filled by more than a single pipe. After that day, everything changes inside you. The second stream is your proof. The third is your momentum. And every single one after that is simply you building the kind of life where no one, no boss, no company will ever again control your income. The poor spend their whole lives trying to make one stream bigger. The wealthy spend their lives quietly adding new ones. So do not ask how you can squeeze a little more out of your single pipe. Ask instead how you will build your second, and then your third. Because the day that losing any one of your incomes no longer frightens you is the day you become, at last, truly and completely free.